Hey, so this video I'm making is knowing your symptoms and noticing what puts you in the place that you are in today, health wise. This is a health and educational video. This is not to tell anybody or dictate to anybody what you should do and what you should not do. This is just based on personal preference. This is based on the stuff that you notice about your body and what is it telling you. So I'm gonna start off with myself. I noticed that I had a lot of symptoms starting into 2020, and I ignored them for 2 years up until this year in the summertime because I didn't want to face them. So, for example, every single day I come up with meal plans to eat. And then all of a sudden, I noticed that once I started making my meal plans, I noticed that I started putting stuff in my food to clean my food without even noticing because this was like a habit for years I kept. And I don't know how many of you agree with me, but take for example, we eat chicken on a daily basis or we eat pork, beef, whatever the case is. In my case, I eat chicken and a lot of it, 60% of my meals is with chicken. So I clean my chicken with lemon juice and vinegar. And this is constantly, whether I'm baking it, sauteing it, frying it. So, like I said, 90% of the time is with vinegar. But here's the thing, I didn't notice how much I was putting vinegar in my food until I started having acid reflux. Now, I've been having acid reflux. This is GERD. I have GERD, gastroenteritis reflux disease. And this GERD started back in 2015, but we didn't notice it until 2018. My doctor switched. So the doctor I had from 2010 to 2015, she no longer worked with me. Then I started having another doctor. It wasn't until my third doctor I started working with that made me realize what I was doing that was so horrible. It was like it was damaging to my body because I was heavy handed with the seasonings. I was heavy handed with the marinades and the cleaning. And like I say, you want to clean your food real good before you eat it because nowadays pesticides is in your food, all types of germs and worms and all that stuff is in your food. And so many people had documented it and put it on internet for years about what was in their food and what was coming out of their food and how they got sick off it. And they started giving people bad reps for it. It was a lot of crazy shit going on. And a lot of stores now have damaging reputations because of people's, which I think is kind of unfair in my opinion, because instead of you checking your foods before you leave in the store or when you get home, you clean your food, you check your food before you cook it. You just go straight ahead and you start seasoning and cooking. Some people don't even clean their foods. And be honest, some of y'all tend to forget. So for me, I don't ever forget to check my food. I check my food in the stores, I check my food out the stores. And it wasn't until I started seeing these YouTube content creators that shows me how to check for food, how to check for pesticides and worms and how badly damaged the product is. I started making it a habit, and because of that, I was able to bring home good foods. And I never got sick off of eating the food. So one day I started making it a habit of, cleaning my foods with lemon juice and vinegar. And I was doing it for years. And all of a sudden I started having burning in my chest. I was burping a lot. And then all of a sudden everything started coming up. I felt like a backed up sink, if you could say that. It's like, you know how a backed up sink goes, like when you try to clean out the pipes in the sink, it won't. It keeps coming back up. Something in those pipes was clogged up, but you don't know what it is. So you tried everything to clear it out. And when you finally see the cause of it, you know that was not good for you. Don't put that in the pipes ever again. That was something like me. So I spent the next year learning what to do. Like I could substitute this for that. That was our main goal. So my doctor, um she signed me on to a diabetic diabetes educator, and she also sent me to a counselor that also specializes in healthy food relationships. It's this lady, she teaches you how to have a healthy relationship with food. And we started off with learning how to control your food, learn how to control your portions of the food, what to put in your food, what to not put in your food. So someone as special as me with health problems, I have to look out for some of this stuff. So she was like, have you eaten or drank anything? Mostly eating. It's not even drinking, because I never had a problem with drinking anything. But have you eaten anything that you noticed that caused you to have gas, caused you to have heartburn, caused you to have headaches and nausea? Why I did not notice it until recently this year, that onions, vinegar, what it was, oranges, and a lot of other stuff was causing me to have headaches. Coffee with creamer in it, like if you put too much cream in it, that causes stomach aches. I knew that I was lactose intolerant, but I didn't know it was that bad to the point. Even if you put like a little bit of fucking creamer in your coffee, it's gonna send you to the bathroom. Even if you eat ice cream, it sends you to the bathroom. So everything I was doing was kind of sending me to the bathroom. Mind you, this video is gonna be a 2-part video, so I hope y'all stick around for the second one. So I noticed month after month, whenever I buy my ice cream, because I used to buy my ice cream twice every month. Every time I go food shopping, I buy my small little Breyers ice cream, vanilla, and I will constantly eat it. Didn't notice that it was sending me to the bathroom, because whenever I eat, have my dessert, next day drink my coffee, an hour later, I'm in the bathroom. And I was in the bathroom throughout the whole day, even when I was at work. I didn't notice it was because of what I was eating and putting in my body. Now, they said that it's like, okay, yeah, we're not going to talk about what is not what you eat, is how much you eat, but it's like what is in the ingredients in your food that's causing you to have all these problems in your situation. Because in case y'all didn't know, onions and dairy and other stuff, like, how you say it? There's other stuff that causes you to have headaches, like avocados and migraines. All that stuff, like for people like me, like I'm just saying, for people that don't have health issues, this is not for you. For people that have health issues, any type of health issues, doesn't matter, is whether it's from heartburns to migraines to stomach aches, leg pains, all that, this is for you. Okay. So like I said, this is a 2-part video, and didn't know that this was causing me a lot of problems. So I wanted to test this theory out for 1 month to see if I eat this over again, let me notice which one gives me a headache. So I specifically made a specific type of food. Now, this does involve avocados and onions, because my favorite food I used to like to eat back then was chicken, avocado, rice, and peas. And like I said, I marinated my food. I cooked it with the onions and all this stuff. And I noticed that it was giving me a headache. So about 2 or 3 hours later, I'm getting ready to go to bed. It's 10 o'clock now. And I noticed that my head started hurting me for no freaking reason. And I was like, why? And I called my friend up and I was like, yo, have you ever had a headache just come out the blue for some reason? And it feels like you just got your head bashed in by something. And she was like, oh, no, I don't understand. So I was like, yo, I don't notice. I don't know, but maybe it's because of something that I ate, or I don't know what it was, but something was giving me a headache. And my friend started laughing at me because she was like, I never heard of this before, because normally it depends on what you type in. If you ate something you never eaten before, maybe that's the cause of it. it wasn't what I have not eaten before. It's the fact that I have eaten this, but it's like, you know how you eat so much that your body starts to not like it anymore. It can't handle it anymore. That's how it was. So stick around for part 2 of this video.